Hello, hello. It is Tuesday for you, Monday for me, late night Monday for me. It is 9:14 at night, so we're having night school this week. And we are working on math, and our math page is page 112. Let me hold it up for you. It's the back of the one we've already done. We've already done the front. Let me show you. This was the front on tally and picture graphs, but we're doing the back today. And you'll notice it's got some tally chart up here, and it's page 112, if you can see that down at the bottom. And I'll pull it up when I share the screen for you. We're going to work on this one to see what you know here. See what you remembered about the lesson. Okay, here we are. Sharing my screen. And we're missing part of the directions here. When I tore it off, I actually tore this corner off. So I'm not sure what the last word says. I'm guessing it says probably right, because that's a good start for something on this sentence. All right, so we're going to use the word right, and we're going to read, listen, and repeat the directions. Oh, I better have you put your name on it. There it is. Name. And the date is 1/19/21. Okay. And the directions say write the total for each set. Use the tally chart, to answer the questions. We talked about a tally chart, and when we get back, if you remind me, I'm not sure. Let's see if we can do a review on that. Let's try something. Let's try something. We'll see if it works. Miss Bobby, you tell me if this works. I'm going to try to pull up another computer screen here. Let's see if we can get this to work. Hey, I bet I know why the screen share didn't work for the Jamboard. We'll experiment with that later. Let's look at this. Let's try. There it is. Try to pull that up. Maybe not. It doesn't look like it's letting me do this. No. Well, it doesn't look like it's going to do it. So I don't think I'm going to be able to. Oh, there it is. Resume share. Let's try that. Hey. I lost it again. No, it's just not going to let me do it. Oh, well. Okay. We'll bring back up the math. It doesn't look like I can get the computer thing to work, which surprises me because weren't you able to see the game that we did, the math game? I don't know. Some things yes, some things no. So let's pull this back up here. Okay. Ah, look at that. How about that? Can you see that? Miss Bobby and Mr. Austin and Miss Nicole, if you see this, if you can see this, let me know, because that might tell us how we can get our Jamboard back up. We'd love to have our Jamboard back. Okay, so I'm going to try this to see if you can do it. I want to show you this. This is tally marks, and this is what we're working on today. Let's see. And if we add one tally mark, it's just one. If we add two, they're still straight together like this. We add another one, there's 3, 4. Look what happens when I get to 5. Look what it does. I don't go straight up and down, watch. I cross, do you see that? I go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 is a cross. Let's try it again. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, okay? 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. All right, that's how tally marks work. And our tally mark, let's see, our tally mark chart is what we use. It's how we record data. Now I got to figure out how to get out of it. Oh, I don't know if I do that X. That may not be what I want. Let's try this one. There we go. Ah, there we go. Now I can get out of it. See, you learn something new every day, don't you? All right. Hopefully, let's try a little later today. We're going to try a Jamboard on that and see if this little, I've got a little button up at the top of my screen, and that messes with my screen sharing. So we'll see if we can figure out that Jamboard, because I'd love to be able to do that. So anyway, here we are back at our math page, and we saw that they use tally marks to make note of how many you have. So you count the tally marks, and when you get to 5, you count 1, 2, 3, 4 straight up and down, and when you get to 5, you cross it. Why do they do that? It's so when you are counting a big number, you don't have to count by ones. You can count by 5s. It makes it a lot faster. This is counting on. You're not counting both numbers. You just count the first. You know the first number's in your head. The second one you count on. So we can count our 5s in our head and then just add on our others. So it kind of goes like this. If we look at boat, we've got 5, 10 right here, right? Okay. So let's start up with bike. The first thing we need to do is fill in this chart right here, the total for each set. And here's what I want you to do. Count that tally mark. How many is it? Write it right there. I'm not going to give you that answer because the freebie I'm going to give you is right here. This is the freebie I'm going to give you. So I want you to tell me how many bikes were counted on way. How many people chose bike when they were asked how they get to school in Bangkok? Right there. All right, and let's look at boat. Remember, I said we were counting by 5. So you count, how many is that? Right there. And here's the freebie I'm going to give you. I'm going to give you bus right here. We count 5, 10, 11, 12. This is the freebie I'm giving you. 12. So I hope you have written this one in. You need to fill in this one and fill in this one for me. And then come down here and tell me how many trains there were. How many people chose train? Okay. And now we're going to use our tally chart to answer the questions. Number 2 question says, how many children came to school by bus? Let's look for the bus. There was our answer. Put that right in there. I'm going to give you a freebie on this. 12 people said bus. Number 3 says, what was the least common way to come to school? Least common way. You look at all of these numbers right here. Which one has the smallest number? Look right here. I see this one. Only has 1. So if you think the least common way to go to school in Bangkok was by bike, write this word right here. If you think it was by boat, if you think the fewest people chose boat, write it right here. If you think the fewest people chose bus, write it here. And if you think the fewest people chose train, write the word train right here. And then it wants to know which kind of vehicle did exactly 10 children take? Well, one of these numbers up here should be the number 10. We know it's not this one. So find the one that you put 10 for and write that word right here. If you think bike had 10 children, write bike here. If you think 10 children chose boat, write boat right here. If you think 10 children chose train, write train right here. And now it asked us how many children came to school, right? This is one of those big addition problems where we need to add all the numbers, okay? So when we add our numbers, we've got this one right here. I'll give you the addition sentence. 1 plus 10 by boat plus bus has 5, 10, 11, 12 plus train is 2. Okay, I'm going to teach you how to do this. We have done this before. This is going to be a review, but I'm going to help you with this one. Okay, we have, write it over here. 1. Let's start by writing my biggest number first. It's going to be a little bit easier. When I add my numbers, I start with the biggest one, then I go to the next one, then I go to the next one, and finally to the small one. When I write them, it's going to be a little easier to do it that way. So I'm going to write my biggest number, which is 12. And my next number is 10. And my next number is 2. But remember, we can write 2 as 0, 2. We talked about that last week when we did the estimating. So we can just write the number 2. And then 1 goes right here. Okay? And then we're going to add these together. Remember, if we do Jamia's grid, this is why you do Jamia's grid, because it helps you separate the numbers. Right now, we're only counting these, and then we're going to carry our number if we need to. So we start with 2 in our head. We're going to add 2, and then 2, and then 1, and then 0. Okay? We've been working on this. I know it's familiar to you. So we start with 2 in our head, 2, count time, 3, 4, 5. See my touch points in there? The answer is 5 on this side, but we're not finished yet because we know if we ask ourselves, how many children came to school? 1 plus 10 plus 12 plus 2 doesn't equal 5. That doesn't make any sense. So that's why we ask ourselves that question. So now we had to come out and go, oh, we forgot to do this side, the tens place. And we add 1 plus 1 is 2. So my answer is, how many children came to school? 25. That's a freebie. And if you were to add up all these numbers, the answer you would get is 25. So we've got 5, 10, 15, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. That's exactly right. Okay, now we're going down to the bottom. You can pause that if you need to and come back and finish those. And we're going to do the listen and repeat with the directions. Here it is. Use the picture graph to answer the questions. Okay? And the title of this graph is Bugs Collected. And we need to remember to come down and check our key. This tells us how of every picture equals how many bugs. We want to make sure this is 1 so that we can count by 1 if we need to, or we can count by, let's see, did they do it? No, they only did 1. But this is very important. We haven't really gotten to any different ones yet, but it's important to check this first. So you know that 1 picture means 1 bug. So that when I count this, I know I'm talking about 4 bugs. Okay? So number 6 says, how many ladybugs were collected? Well, easy peasy. There's my word ladybugs. So I have to come over here and find, there it is, ladybugs. And I'm going to count how many. Did you count? Let's do it again. And then I need you to write that answer right here. Okay. And number 7 says, which kind of bug was collected the most? Look at all these pictures. Which one has the most? Which one goes out the furthest? If you think butterflies got the most collected, most butterflies were collected, write this word right here. If you think there were more beetles collected than anything else, write this word right here. If you think there were more grasshoppers than anything else, write this word right here. And if you think there were more ladybugs than anything else, write this word right here. Okay? And now let's jump down to number 8. It says, how many more butterflies were collected than grasshoppers? Ooh, sounds like I've got a sentence right there. A math sentence. How do I do this? Let's find out. Let's look for our operation word. More than. They are right there. And if I look up on my chart in the classroom walls, you'll find more than is a subtraction word. So that means I'm going to subtract. Okay? Now we just need to find out what goes here and what goes here. And you know what goes here. This gets an equal mark. Okay, so let's find out. It says how many more butterflies than grasshoppers. Butterflies goes in here. How many butterflies? Count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 butterflies were collected. Now we need to find out grasshoppers. Where are grasshoppers? There they are. Let's count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So my problem is 9 minus 6. I'll let you do that. 9 in your head, 6 on your finger letters, and count backwards. Or 9 in your head, 6 on your touch points, counting backwards. Okay? See what you get for an answer right here. Take that answer. You're right. Oh, no, that's not it. Wait a minute, wait a minute. That answer was right in this answer box. Right there. Okay? You give me the answer to 9 minus 6 was right in there. And now it says, number 9, how many bugs were collected in all? Ooh, big addition problem. Let's add them together. In all is an operation word for add. So let's add them together. Butterflies, we had, what did we say, 9? 9. So we've got 9 plus beetles is 4 plus grasshoppers is 6 plus ladybugs is 4. Okay. I'll help you over here do it. When we set it up, we're going to put the biggest number first, which is 9 plus 6 plus 4 plus 4. Here's how we write it. 9, 6, 4, 4. And we're going to go 9 in your head, and 6 more, and then 4 more, and then 4 more. So let's do some touch points to help. Remember, 6s are double dots. 4s are single dots. 4s are single dots. Then you just count them. I'm going to help you. Here we go. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. 23 is the answer that goes in that box. Okay, helped you out with that a little bit. And down here at the bottom, you are just doing your facts. Now mind, these are all addition. You're counting on. How do we do it? Easy peasy. Big number goes in our head. Small number goes on touch points or finger letters. Let me show you how. Okay, you've got this number in your head, this number on your fingerlaters or touch points. We've been using touch points today. So let's do touch points on my 6. It's hard for you to see that because it's so small. Let's see. Let's see if we can fix that up here. Hang on. If we can improve on our system. It's all the way up. There we go. Gotta love technology. Look how big we can make that. Okay, so the eraser out here. And if we do touch points, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we count it like this. I go 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I'm going to give you a freebie here. 14. Okay? And of these two numbers, which one goes in my head? That's right, the big number. Which one goes on touch points? The 5. How many touch points? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is why I had you do touch points on your morning work, so that you would know this automatically and know what this answer was, okay? So now you're going to start in your head 8 and count that to give me this answer, okay? Now let me back down. I'm going to let you finish the rest. Okay, I'm going to have you finish this one and this one. Okay, and there you have it. That is math for today, yesterday, and tomorrow. Meaning today I'm working on it. We're writing it down for tomorrow. Okay, so this is not today and yesterday, it's tomorrow. So there we go. I need you to finish this up. Anything you missed on the top, come back up and fix. Finish up. Remember the date is the 19th for this page. I will talk to you shortly for handwriting. We're doing great today. Talk to you shortly for handwriting. Bye-bye.